It's either wildfires or hurricane. Which that hurricane's supposed to do this. Louisiana, zoop, straight to Georgia. It's supposed to go up to the...
It's already getting windy.
Yeah.
Because I walked out there to throw the trash away and get the drinks, and it was windy.
Yeah, it's supposed to go, come up at the Mississippi-Louisiana border, and then come straight across the southern part of the state, straight to southwest Georgia. Guess where we're at? Call who?
The Botox people.
Ah, it's Botox peoples.
Yeah.
I kind of like just look at some small things and build a small game plan on that, but I just go in and play, which I'm sure a lot of people do.
What are you listening to?
Lima?
Wow.
Podcast.
Anyways,
Lima and Avengers.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Darnold from the gun. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First and 10 at the...
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Darnold complete to Crowder. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
22-yard line.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
The Patriots 11-yard line.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton, and he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
39-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Patriots.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
New England.
Now Newton on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A throw over the middle, taken in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, Newton. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
1st down.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throw caught here by Bird. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown.
Demir Bird with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
Kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Third and long, it's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And Edelman finally works his way open. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
They'll take over.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Patriots 14, Jets 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's time.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw again on second down. Darnold eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
Offense retains possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown.
Pass complete to number
Julian Edelman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
It was
makes the
10
score
nothing, now it's
Patriots 21,
10.
Jets 10.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and thought
that's caught at the 25.
Wow.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demir Bird, 79 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Le'Veon Bell.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the air again, Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Newton. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Still shedding tackles. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
28-yard line.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's able to hit Joshua Bellamy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
4-yard line.
On first down, it's Bell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Sacked by Josh Uche. It's a long
big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your... And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. C.J. Mosley. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Going for it all. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Jordan Jenkins on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, Newton. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete.
Demir Bird with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Makes the score Patriots.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit.
For the extra point.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth quarter lead. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Anderson on the stop. He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long... Oh, wide open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another Touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw, Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Let's go. I'm done.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
It's the score.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Cam Newton sacked. A 17-yard loss. It's second down.
A long ways to go here on second down.
Tonight's final score, Patriots